Next question is from Jared Reynolds. And this is one of, if you're getting, I think, deep into things, I know I've spent some time thinking about it. If you had to choose a mill to be your favorite on quality, which would it be?
That's my answer. It's a lot easier for those of us who are not as close to this as him to come up with an answer. But yeah.
Honestly, mine is probably Martin Mills. Because it's...
I figured.
Here's why. House of Edgar, they all have good quality cloth. All the mills in the UK. That's my stock answer.
And they all have strengths and weaknesses.
Yes, exactly. There are characteristics to each. Just like your, Dodge, Chevy, GMC, Ford. You're going to have people who like each one. There's different characteristics to each one. For me, it is House of Edgar. I like. The issue is theirs is a little bit harder to iron, and the other thing is they have a slightly more limited color range, especially in 16 ounce.
All right.
And their ancient colors, I hate. Is that too strong? I hate.
I don't mind them as much as he does.
No, they're different from the other mills on purpose. They chose to be different in their ancient color palette, but I don't like it as much. Martin Mills, for their 16 ounce cloth, holds an edge very, very well. It's Teflon coated, which I like because it's stain resistant, that kind of thing. Offer a pretty good color palette for if anything custom has to be done. And they offer a reasonable number of tartans. Not as many, but a reasonable number. And price, they're a little bit less expensive than the other mills.
Okay.
So I like that for myself.
Okay.
But yeah, I have kilts from every mill. There's none that I'm literally like, oh, I would never buy from them. It's just a matter of each particular tartan and who has it available, the colorways that they have it versus another mill, and what I want to buy.
Okay. You make a very compelling case.
I do my best.
Might have to rethink that. But yeah, I'd say either of those is good.
The House of Edgar cloth is harder. It's a harder finish.
I think that's what I like about it.
Yeah, it's like the little little hairs sticking up on the surface of the fabric isn't as much.
Yeah.
And it is much more difficult to give it a crease than it is, for instance, Loch Heron. Loch Heron's, you hold an iron near it and it gets scared and lays down and creases. Same kind of thing with Martin Mills. To a degree, Strathmore's as well. Dog leash, yes. So each one has their own thing.
Kind of idiosyncrasies.
Yeah.
Based on how their weaving process goes.
The minutia.
And their sources for thread and things like that.
Yep, yeah. Absolutely. For yarn, yeah.
But I would say if it is a reputable mill, I can only speak from our experience, but we deal with the mills which have it down enough to a science that you can rely on them.
Yeah.
If you don't recognize the name of the mill, then you might want to be suspect about it. But for the most part, if it's one of the big, three, like Martin Mill, 5. Well, okay, the 3 so far were
Strathmore, Martin Mills, House of Edgar, Loch Heron, Dogleash, and Batley's.
Okay. I wasn't going to include Batley's, but personally, and I'm not sure about Dogleash sometimes, but whatever. Yeah. But anyway, I think you're.
But that's none of my business. The insert Kermit meme here.
But seriously, I wouldn't if you're torn between two mills based on which one has your tartan, and it's like there's this mill that does it and there's this mill that does it. Which one do I choose? You're probably gonna be fine either way. If you're not sure, like we always say, get a swatch.
And the other thing I'll point out is, ultimately, when you buy a kilt from us or from any kilt company, you're not. We are the ones who are responsible. It passes through our hands and then on to you. So don't, without trying to sound condescending as I'm not, don't worry too much about the mill, because ultimately it's my name on it. It's our name on it. And if it's bad, then we will hear about it, and then you'll hear about it through reputation.
Yeah.
So we don't carry things in on our website in the store that we feel weird selling. We literally, any mill that we've ordered from, including the Butte Mill on the Isle of Butte, we've tested their cloth and made kilts of it and done things with it before we would ever sell it to a customer, because it just makes sense. It doesn't make sense to damage our reputation or anything like that for a couple bucks if there's an issue.
And if there's a problem with a particular, like a fluke, something's wrong with a particular run of cloth, your kilt maker's going to see that before you ever see it. If they see that there's a problem with a thread or something, they're going to catch that and deal with the mill on your behalf before they do anything else. I would hope.
I'm gonna go slightly tangential here for 1 second,
and then we should move on.
I promise. One of the reasons we don't make kilts out of customer supplied cloth or out of cloth that we didn't source. One of the reasons for that is if there is a problem, ultimately it's on us, and we take that responsibility on us. So if we didn't source the cloth, I can't exactly send it back to a customer like, sorry, didn't work because the cloth's not good enough, or there's a problem here, you need to deal with this. I like dealing directly with the mills and ordering from the mills, because if there's a problem, we just say, nope, there's flaws in this, take it back, give me another one. And I don't have to worry about it or dancing on someone's feelings or anything like that, or beating around the bush. It's just a straight, nope, not good enough, rejected, do it again. Not quite so rude, but
sometimes that means there might be a time delay, but we'd rather have it right.
Oh yeah, well I would.
Late, but right.
I would tell the customer if there's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
But generally, since we order the cloth as soon as the order comes in, it's not an issue.